The Dying Mother, from the Book of Dreams and Ghosts by Andrew Lang. Mary, the wife of John Goff of Rochester, being afflicted with a long illness, removed to her father's house at Westmulling, about 9 miles from her own. There she died on the 4th of June this present year, 1691. The day before her departure, she grew very impatiently desirous to see her 2 children, whom she had left at home to the care of a nurse. She prayed her husband to hire a horse, for she must go home and die with the children. She was too ill to be moved, but a minister who lives in the town was with her at 10 o'clock that night, to whom she expressed good hopes in the mercies of God and a willingness to die. "But," said she, "it is my misery that I cannot see my children." Between 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning she fell into a trance. One widow Turner, who watched with her that night, says that her eyes were open and fixed and her jaw fallen. Mrs. Turner put her hand upon her mouth and nostrils, but could perceive no breath. She thought her to be in a fit, and doubted whether she were dead or alive. The next morning the dying woman told her mother that she had been at home with her children. "I was with them last night when I was asleep." The nurse at Rochester, Widow Alexander by name, affirms, and says she will take her oath on it before a magistrate, and receive the sacrament upon it, that a little before 2 o'clock that morning she saw the likeness of the said Mary Goff come out of the next chamber, where the elder child lay in a bed by itself, the door being left open, and stood by her bedside for about a quarter of an hour. The younger child was there lying by her. Her eyes moved and her mouth went, but she said nothing. The nurse, moreover, says that she was perfectly awake. It was then daylight, being one of the longest days in the year. She sat up in bed and looked steadfastly on the apparition. In that time she heard the bridge clock strike 2, and a while after said, "In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, what art thou?" Thereupon the apparition removed and went away. She slipped on her clothes and followed, but what became on't she cannot tell. Mrs. Alexander then walked out of doors till 6, when she persuaded some neighbours to let her in. She told her adventure. They failed to persuade her that she had dreamed it. On the same day the neighbour's wife, Mrs. Sweet, went to Westmulling, saw Mrs. Goff before her death, and heard from Mrs. Goff's mother the story of the daughter's dream of her children, Mrs. Sweet not having mentioned the nurse's story of the apparition. That poor Mrs. Goff walked to Rochester and returned undetected, a distance of 18 miles, is difficult to believe. The end.